Hiya friends, Prepared Suburbanite back with you. Well, just wanted to get you caught up on what's been going on around here. The neighbors across the street that had the tree fall through their home basically cut it right in half. Everyone was safe, no one got hurt, thankfully for that. We checked in with them, and they've got a renovation crew working on getting them back to living in their house again. They can still use the first floor, but the second floor is just an absolute mess. So, but thanks for your thoughts on my neighbors across the street that ended up with that kind of damage. Wow. And it just never seems to stop. The early drought that we had around here this spring really wreaked havoc on a lot of stuff. It weakened the trees quite a bit, and once the storms started coming in late July, the trees were weakened enough that big branches were falling, trees were being uprooted all over the place, and it just turned out to be quite the mess. I was just out back walking the dog this morning and saw that we've got another limb that has fallen off one of the trees along our creek bed in the back, and it's about this big around, and down it came, and it's blocking some of the creek bed right now. So I got to get down in there with the chainsaw to get that thing cut up and moved out of the way so that we don't end up with more creek bed damage and blockages along that kind of a thing. But it just never seems to fail. My sister, who's a bit older than I am, I'm 74, she's 85, she asked if I could come over and cut a tree down for her, and she sent me a picture of it. And it didn't look like it was going to be all that awful difficult to deal with. Probably this big around at the base and maybe 30 feet tall. It was dead. A crabapple tree is what it was in her side yard. So after a couple of attempts, we finally secured a time where we could all get together and get over there and take care of that tree. Well, what a mess that tree is. If you've ever cut down a crabapple tree, they have got spiny little branches sticking out all over them. I got bunged up pretty good just moving some of the downed limbs, but we got that tree down, and it felt good to be able to help my sister take care of that little mess in her side yard. So we got it all taken down, got it all chopped up and ready for disposal for the town that she lives in, and it's a job well done, and I enjoyed doing it. It's always good to go help family and friends when you've got the time and the ability and the tools to do it the right way, and that's kind of the right thing to be doing with everything that's going on in the world today. We've got to stick by our loved ones, we got to stick by our families, and we got to help them out where we can. And I think that's a very important lesson that we've all got to take with us wherever we go. I think that being a good neighbor, being a good family member, being a help to those that need some help from time to time, I think it makes you feel good when you do it. And that's my story, and I'm sticking with it. The second thing I wanted to talk about is what just happened in Michigan. Abdul, whatever his name is now the Democrat leading contestant for the open Senate seat in Michigan. And the guy is a flaming communist. He has gotten all kinds of support from pretty much every leftist group, every hate group out there. To he raised a ton of money from all kinds of places out of state, and he's got known ties to terrorist organizations. His rhetoric is absolutely terrifying to me and to anybody that believes in capitalism, the American way, the whole. I am just absolutely beside myself. But when you look at the totality of the votes in Michigan, the Democrat versus the Republican tally of the total votes, I think he's got a chance to be able to be the new senator from Michigan. And I am terrified what what he's capable of doing when it comes right down to being involved with major policy decisions in the United States as a member of Congress. And he's not alone with that. You've got, obviously, Mondami in New York City that's going to tear it down and try to rebuild it, and it's not going to work. And neither is Abdul going to be able to make it work for him in Michigan. I think Senator Joseph McCarthy was right that communism is our biggest enemy, and that he was on the right track back a long time ago when he was rounding up suspected communists for insurrection and anti-democracy movements and all that. He ended up being the victim, I guess, of the backlash from his efforts. But 50 years later, I think he's been proven right that it's our biggest threat, and they will take us over. It's an insurrection, and they're going to do it from within. If you remember what Nikita Khrushchev said, that we will bury you, and it will come from inside. He was right. It is coming from inside. And we've got way too many radical communists that are in positions of power right now and that are vying for additional seats in the House and in the Senate to be able to tear this country apart. And I am absolutely concerned and worried to death that unless the Republican Party can really get their act together, we're going to be losing big time. So how do you prepare for communism? Well, you can practice standing in line. You can practice trying to survive on maybe 500 calories a day because they're going to take over the grocery stores. They're going to put the profitable ones out of business. They're going to tax the heck out of anybody that's got any kind of wealth at all, and they're going to redistribute that to make everybody equally miserable and poor. And there are way too many people that right now are supporting this kind of philosophy, thinking that it's the best right answer for the future. And boy, they're going to find out how wrong they are when we're all standing in line waiting for the next bread handout. Get prepared. That's all I can say. Make sure you have the tools, the food, the means for self-defense and self-preservation. You've got means to have potable water when you need it, and be able to cook your food. And it's we need to be ready because it's upon us right now, and I am scared to death. Let me know what you're thinking, what you're seeing in your neck of the woods. This is the Prepared Suburbanite reminding you to be prepared, and it's more important than ever right now. I'll see y'all on the next video.